Mitch and Jonas.
Thank you very much, Sue. Jonas, I'm excited to get this one going. I did not see map 1 going to Oxygen. I don't see map 2 going to them, but hell, I'm here to be proven wrong. What do you think about this one?
I mean, again, if we see the same playstyles against each other, then that could be pulling in Oxygen's favor here, if they don't have a way of dealing with it. But then again, Haven is a very different map than Futbolist, so it's not like you can just say that this comp is working really well on Split, so we're just gonna put it on Haven and it's gonna work, you know? Like, first of all, there's 3 bomb sites on this map, so there's a lot of different approaches you need to have, and most teams usually just leave B site open on defense and just place Cypher tripwires instead.
Yeah, this is something that we definitely have to look at. The fact that obviously when you have 3 bomb sites and a map that's much more open than we're used to, certainly with some of the others, and then we've seen on the previous map, this is where it could be in a little bit of trouble in using that Astra if you had, for example, a Raze alongside it and you wanted to combine the utility in the same way you do on Split. Just doesn't allow you to, but her util on such a big map can be so important because she can put it down from anywhere. We are having a bit of a tech issue, but it looks like we're good to go now, jumping into the game, as we've already had a couple of kills go down. A very early aggressive start down middle, as Krax is now stuck in the corner. He can get an angle above that wall, but instead he wants to fall back and play with his teammates. The A side already being overrun, and Futbolist on their way to plant.
Yeah, and once again, Oxygen looking really good so far. They're already in a 4 versus 2. The cage comes out. Trying to push through the cage here. Gets this now though. But Glovey with a clean shot here, and Mod is left in a 1 versus 3. Gets one. But look at the rotations.
They're on their way.
They already knew Mod was on A. There's no reason to take the duel. So they should be setting up a confident 2 versus 1 plant on C here. Okay, gets the info on Turco now.
It's all about mids.
Plant comes down.
Look at him.
Oh, look at this angle. Oh, but you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to give him the 1 versus 1 here.
Oh, no choice when he does that. Straight out to Turco now, creeping up and worried about the garage play. I mean, the spike is planted for garage, so it makes sense he'd come out of there, but ring a rosy, round we go. Maj is now coming up behind. He's cleared it, knows the guy's going to spawn, but no, he's not. He's backing off into the right corner. Maj will never. Oh, he does clear it, but Mitz swings on it. The flick gets them the round, and my heart can't take more of that. That's 1-0 Oxygen. They come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that round, after you're left in a 4 versus 2, it's devastating if you actually lose that round. But pulled it out. It was close though. I mean, Maj had some crazy duels there, but they kind of gave him a bunch of 1v1s as well.
This is the start that Oxygen wanted. I'm sure they'll take notes on what went wrong there, right? As you're saying, the 1v1s they gave over, yeah, it's not ideal. Well, certainly. They've got the round on the board. They're up against a Tico, a Turkish eco, sheriffs everywhere. There's only 2 of them, to be fair. This is more like a European eco than a Tico.
I actually called it Turco, and then I realized what Turco is kind of playing Sage right now, so it would be a bit misleading to call the Turkish eco Turco.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Have we just witnessed? And look at this flank as well. Maj is here in record time. He's swinging out and getting one. Oh no. The Tico is coming for you. Toronto. Spectre in hand. Soon to be heat. He's got a teammate on the way. The 2 of these guys versus 3. The good thing here is everyone has classics. The problem is they could go and get the weapons technically on A. At least that's going to play into Oxygen's mentality as they move forward. A smoke comes from the left. Toronto looking in towards the back of the site. He's going to get absolutely overrun. And Futbolist, they take the Thrifty, the Tico. I suppose the European version of an eco wouldn't be great if we go the same way, because it would just be an eco. Wouldn't really work. Eco. We'll sound like we're having a stroke on stream very soon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, that's really unfortunate. And it all started with the hero play from Sasuke there. Getting 2 headshots with the sheriff there on the board at the start of the round. Really changed the pace. But now we see four 4 sheriffs from Oxygen. No surprise there. They want to try to do the same thing.
Oh no, the damage is there. Magoo's on his way back for the heal. He doesn't want to be one shot to a sheriff. Although sometimes 2 can be just as bad. Versus these Ticos. 4 players. Got those sheriffs looking for damage, and they're grouped up, right? That's the thing. It's not just the sheriff. It's the fact that there's always so many of them that you're facing into. Although Toronto looking for a little bit of a solo play. He wants to open up space. And it looks like he'll be challenged kind of soon, especially with Magoo stuck in the corner.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like he's expecting that someone's there. Look at his crosshair placement. He knows exactly where the head is. Still not much information on where they are here, but Zista gets caught on the off angle.
So 1 classic down.
I love this. I love this Mexican standoff in the middle. They're just like, you can almost hear the.
You see like the ball of hay just rolling past.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. Good trade by Turco. I like it. Ball's gonna go down, and so is the plant. This is decent. I mean, altogether, a kill, a plant, they can get 1 more out of this. This is a great round.
For sure. Let's get some damage with the shock right there.
Oh, Magoo's gonna close this out. He's got the perfect angle. Look, they're just making so much noise, and then Magoo's like, hey guys, what's up? Never mind. He's whiffed a little bit, but it's all right. It's worked out.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It happens. Wasn't it Boaster that said this? Like, he had this clip about him flanking from behind, and he said something like he was so nervous that his aim was like completely shaking.
I find that to be very true, though. Like, genuinely, if you have somebody peeking you to fight, I feel like it's easier to hit that shot than when you're behind someone. Because it's like their movement's unpredictable, the head is kind of harder to see and distinguish, and also you should hit the shot. Like, this is a fight you 100% have to win, so it makes it harder.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're coming up on a full buy here from both teams. Pretty much all utility invested as well. Now, this is a very important round here for Oxygen. They pretty much emptied the bank and Magoo. With an operator. He is tagged though. Needs to be careful. Decides to get out of there. So kind of the same thing as you did with the Sova there. Manages to kind of push the jet off the angle.
Toronto was thinking about it, right? The drone didn't spot him, so he wanted to move in quickly, but sprays come through, so they know they're watching the door. It's not worth it. 2-1. Oxygen have the advantage in terms of weaponry at this point, at least by a little bit. The problem is Magoo with that operator is always going to be a problem. He was pushed back in the early stages, but not dealt with. He's still solo holding A, plenty of utility there. This is when Oxygen need to make some sort of impact onto football. Oh, that was not the shock dart we wanted. That one of your lineups?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Oh man, so they've made noise on Garage, they've made noise towards C, and now they're going to go out on A. This is where Magoo needs to show up.
Oh. Mites is ready though.
30 seconds left.
Look at this.
Oh, Magoo just goes through the smoke.
But he pushes through the smoke.
So he didn't use his dash earlier on. He's still got it online, so he can make that aggressive play inside of the smoke. Maj, he sees 2. He's spraying away, but with a Vandal, it's dangerous. There we go. Kill with... Oh, they've even spotted him down below. Trying to finish him off, but it's not going to happen. Okay, Hunter's Fury was good there. Lots of value brought. Futbolists have the big advantage to play with here, but Magoo is smoked out again. The problem about playing against an Aster, right? You can get so many smokes out and around, but Starvin's caught off guard. There's the player that was on an alternate angle, caught. Hunter's Fury given over, activated, doing damage, but no kill. It's Zistao instead that gets that frag. Mites still in the corner, undetected, has a crossfire with Turco. Futbolists need to move. They need to find space, and instead they find death. Oh, they're all gone. Oxygen, 2-2. That is a solid round from them.
There were so many well-placed utilities there. Like, first, when they took the site, you saw that how they used Cypher's cam there. Instead of tagging someone, they used the Cypher cam to call out the spots where they played, so it was easier for him to use the defending Sovolt. And then after they planted, Glove sends his Sovolt back, forces Mod to jump out of like defender sided A there, and basically someone was just waiting for him. So like, it was really difficult to deal with their positioning there. They played it really well. The crossfire too was hard to deal with. Oh.
Well. Oh, the little shadow step into the corner that they just shock darted. This could be good, and indeed it is. Sturban catches a free kill. Magoo with more, and Sturban's just holding the smoke, waiting for them to come through. They don't have anything to deal with this. No flashes, no breach, no phoenix, no sky, nothing that can help them push through that smoke and try to even the playing field. Instead, they'll fall back. But look at this. It's not just Sasuke who's there. It's also Krax, who's good to take the trade afterwards, and he might just get the opportunity. They shouldn't expect another player to be here so soon. And certainly as Maj comes through the window, things get even more difficult. That's the spike! That's the spike! Drops and Cracks, catches them trying to go back and get it. Zistow's like, hey, I'm almost on A, guys. Guys? Guys?
Yeah. It's also really tricky to expect two people coming out of garage there. So when you take care of one, you see all three of them basically continuing to A side, knowing that they kind of need to hurry up because obviously the information comes out. And that makes it super unpredictable that another person is also coming from double doors there. Seems like we're gonna have the... Okay. Deciding to force into this round, it seems.
Get out of my way!
Yeah.
We have 3 rifles. 3 rifles and knife. Is this a knifle, Eco?
Knife.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's just now not taking a weapon's kind of surprising. He had 2K in the bank, you know, he doesn't even invest into armor. That's odd, but okay. Saving up money for the next, I suppose. Maybe try to... doesn't want to go down all the way in case they lose it, but it seems odd when you invest so heavily. Sasuke on for the first, but Toronto, hello! He's getting a double, going up into heaven as well with all 5 knives refreshed. 4, looks like he's fired 1 into the abyss.
You will not kill
This is dangerous. He knows his player close. He has the info to play with, and Maj comes out on top. Okay.
Oh my god.
This is
Magoo with the hero plea here. It is a 3 versus 3 now though. Magoo tries to frantically knife through the wall, but Sturban sits here on the off angle. He has a flash. This could be huge glow. He's completely flashed. He gets taken up. Azista on the refrag gets 2. 2 versus 1. Sturban.
wow. Absolutely back and forth. That's a ping pong of a round right there, but Futbolist come out on top. The ultimate used in the first place clears the A side, and then the answer back from Futbolist with Magoo up on top. Jeez, that's one hell of a round. And obviously Sturban, that's one way to finish it off. Look at that. Oh, it's so nasty when that happens to you. And also,
This is indeed
it almost feels like you know, revenge from Sturban because he came up behind on A long before. Remember, he just got shut down, and this time he wins the round for it.
for sure. And there we have the Russian eco. 4 sheriffs and a rifle. So this is why Zista was saved earlier, I guess. They're entrusting him with the power of carrying this round. 5 light shields, actually 4 light shields, 1 heavy shield. Not a round they're expected to win, but we'll see what he can do. Gets seen by the camera there.
That's it.
This also gives him some fake info though, because now they, like, he's shooting with a Vandal, so I mean, they're probably expecting a force buy. I mean, I guess you could call it a force buy.
Yo, Toronto not landing that. Yeah, it does just seem a little bit odd in the previous round to invest so much on 4 players, but it is a thing of taste, really. What could he have gotten for 2K, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, maybe he's better with a pistol and picking up his teammates. The way I like it. But yeah, it's a personal taste.
Yeah, no. He gets a trade now though, and then they can pick up his Vandal, so...
Yeah, that's nasty. He was trying a bit of a boaster, sneaking out onto the side, but Maj shuts him. Okay, Futbolist back in the driver's seat. They're not playing fully passive though. They've got one player kind of stuck on the side who could be in danger, but Magoo's providing the air support from up above. Toronto gets caught and taken down, and Maj, nice little 4K for him. That's gonna go him onto his YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really expect too much in a round like that, but I mean, we've seen so many times where these teams win a round that you're not really expecting them to win, Sasuke getting a few headshots with the sheriff, and then suddenly you're back in the game. And so it's kind of understandable why they're doing these sheriff ecos, especially now that they can still, like, they could still afford full weapons this round. Oh! Magu. It's taken out by Milas already. Mites.
Oh, Maj up close as well. Sturban's already got one. Now they're just pursuing Turco. This is a tough round for Oxygen. And we've mentioned many, many times. Ooh, big glove. He's almost on the side. He's even dodged the paranoia, but doesn't get the kill. Sturban got away with murder there, and even out for more. Luckily dealt with, but yeah, there's not much to come. We've talked many times about the problem with playing up against a jet operator like this. The fact that you can have this guy take these angles you're just not expecting, because he has the ability. As soon as he left clicks, he dashes out. He doesn't even think about it. It's the freest fight of his life, because the chances of you taking the kill are, well, very, very low. So it's dangerous, and it stops you. It can stop you from really feeling like you can take any map control if he's repositioning a lot. Because A, if I peek A this round, he ops me. I go C next round, he ops me. It's like, well, you can never feel, you have to use so much utility to push up. And with this kind of comp, they don't even have that, because we talk about flashes a lot of the time as the thing they'll use to push them off alongside a drone or a smoke, and they don't even have a flash to play with.
Yeah, that's true, and we do have a little tactical timeout from Oxygen that maybe they'll find a way to change something up now. Once again, we do see the tactical timeout done just before they don't really go for a full buy. We saw that in the previous match as well. Interesting choice, for sure.
It is, it really is, and I do wonder, maybe they want to use this as some sort of an information gathering round. But at the same time, the power of these kind of rounds, of the Ticos, when they've got those Vandals out with the pistols, it can do a lot for you. And, well, the great shame here is they wanted to kind of force a quick fight onto the B side, but instead they've found an ice wall in their way. Maybe we'll go for a little counter ice wall. I didn't spot if Turco has one. It looked like they were going to boost up above, but instead they go back. I'm surprised Sturban's pushed this, but he's just seen the edge of his leg as they walk around towards the A side. That's good info to play off.
This can get scary. They don't have any tripwires. They didn't. He only has one left. Oh, he's coming up behind them. Dude.
Oh, no. That's the ult used as well, man. That is an ultimate pop. At least it's going to serve some purposes. They move in towards this site. The sheriff in play, not good today. Sasuke, he wants to do a little bit more. He's going all the way in and spraying in the smoke. All right, man. Easy kill for him, apparently. And Turco even gets blinded up all by himself in a 1v5 and quick to die. That is going to be another round for Futbolist.
Well, they're starting to wake up now, for sure. Looking a lot more dominant on split. I mean, it just looks like, as of right now, it looks like they've figured them out a lot more. Like, it doesn't seem like they're, I mean, this is a pretty good example. Like, Sturban just manages to get all the way into A short there without anyone finding him. Of course, you could discuss the fact that they didn't full buy, so they didn't have the anti-flank cipher trips that you normally put, because this is a big map with 3 bomb sites, so it's very common to have a flanker coming from one of the A long or C long. Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
This is so cheeky though. Magoo is just playing the distraction game. They show 2 players on the C side, hoping that that'll allow Sturban to catch them off guard in the corner, but instead Oxygen make the immediate read. They fall back. They don't want to mess with this operator. They're so scared of it that they're going to get the right read on the round and push into the A site. With just 1 player waiting for him and smoked out now, Maj can't really do a whole lot about this. Cage goes up and there's tripwires on the side. He's just going to hope for the wall bangs, but this should be a free plant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they seem to read pretty well where the tripwires are. Could there be any shock darts? Maybe?
Silva's dead. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Not this time. I checked this time.
There is the recon coming in, which is at least going to reveal a couple on the side, and they were hoping that the spams would follow, but they don't. Sturban spotted on the flank this time, but Okay, that's the first kill for him. Oh, the paranoia to allow them to drop out. That's really good. Magoo stays above and the air support comes in yet again on the site. Isolated, Mitez is taken down. One spotted in the corner. Turco is trying to bide his time, but it serves no purpose. Toronto by himself now, stuck up behind the boxes being pushed, and he almost gets away with it, but Magoo's Sheriff just about grabs the kill. The time, it's tight. I don't think he's got it. Oh, no. So close.
Oh my goodness, he played that so well. He just played time so well there.
Even the ice wall, like the fact that you have a player hide behind the ice walls buys them that little bit of time as they swing out to kill him, and the same on the box. And without that, that round might have been lost.
Yeah, for sure. And it's some of these rounds that are like super important, but it just comes down to a millisecond either way.
Pulling them in.
And you know what?
That's what makes this game so interesting.
That third round for Oxygen, if they can push this up to 5, that will be like 0.3 of a second and potentially cost Futbolist the map. Like, those small things can have huge impact in the long run. But for that to happen, Oxygen need to win rounds. They've got to get themselves back up on that scoreboard. And for now, at least in this round, it started out very well. They've already got the plant in a 5v5, which is rare to see, especially when we talk about that defensive side operator on Jet.
Oh, you need to be careful. Magoo. Oh, it's not an easy task to enter the site here with an operator. We do have the first 5v5 retake scenario though. Gets tagged by the Cypher cam here. Mitez is holding the off angle. The Sova ult comes out though. Let's see if he gets anything, but quickly gets dealt with. Already 3 kills for Oxygen here, and suddenly this retake looks really difficult. Might be looking to just save here or get some exit frags.
I think they've got a little bit of extra money, but exit frags are going to have to be the name of the game for Maj, unless he got the spray down of his life and had super speed to get to that spike. That is going to be 7-4. We look into the final round of the half, and as you can see, plenty of money there for Futbolist. And really the idea was to try and delay those players coming out of long so that they could at least deal damage to Oxygen and make it harder for them to buy. Which, to be honest, might have kind of worked. Like, unless there's weapons on the floor, I think Toronto's going to have to use his Blade Storm. Never mind. He's good. He's sold up and playing light armor.
You spoke about little things that create a huge impact. That's like you in my life.
Wow. Wow. Mister, I haven't made a heights joke yet. He had to do it. He had to do it. God damn it. I'm glad I make a big impact. At least there was a compliment in there somewhere.
It's a backhanded compliment.
It was.
We take those.
I like the updraft dash away. Obviously being spotted when you have a smoke on the other side, you don't want to just be spammed down. And for Toronto, he gets out with his life, which is important because they have the man disadvantage. Futbolist, they got the early kill, and we said we want Oxygen up on that 5 rounds. They've got to close the gap before we move on to the next half, and the pistol becomes extremely important. If Oxygen lose this one here, you never want to, wager your hopes of winning over on a pistol. Also, take note that the spike is still second mid. If they split through garage, that spike can potentially be dropped in a 1v2 fight and stop any hope of them getting onto the C side in the end. Yeah, for sure. And so far, they're just trading some utility here. But Sistau, what a shot! Dinks Magoo, but he's quickly coming back up. But Sistau again! What? This guy's just sickeningly good. He's feeling snappy right now. I mean, he pulled a huge performance in the first game as well. Puts a nice little tripwire there. Oh, all the info has just been taken away. All right, the wire gets destroyed, but that recon, that not tagging up, it would have gotten 3 players, desperately hurts. The information now is they have to be worried about flanks from coming out from B, potentially getting over their tripwires or through them with the updrafts. Zistau on the backside. Mitez is up close. He hears the stabs, but Zistau loses. Mitez now has to make a play, and that he does. 7-5. Oxygen, they've met exactly the rounds that we wanted them on, closing out that attack. They've made a pretty good comeback into this half, and now Futbolist, again, after how the previous map went, they're going to be feeling pressure. For sure, and I mean, if they win this pistol round, suddenly this is starting to look scary.
I mean, the Astra on defense is so strong. Like the amount, especially on Haven where it's such a broad map, you can actually cover all the default plants with your black hole and your stun from basically anywhere. So if there's any info that comes out that they push C while she plays on B on A, she can assist her team perfectly fine.
I mean, I already think Astra's pretty good on this map, but when it comes down to 2.07, right, where she can pull you off the spike as well. Oh, it's going to be nasty. Oh, Sasuke, he doesn't quite get the cam and it's pulled back in the end. Unlucky. The camera now still to be played with. I mean, it's a small detail, but it can have some pretty big impacts, like the butterfly effect.
Yep.
Enemy tag.
Oh, Jericho gets Sasuke. Already an advantageous situation for Oxygen here. Gives them some confidence. It's so hard to defend this map as well with only 4.
Well, Futbolist, they lose another 3 players remaining as they look to push into the B side, and the spam up close is good. The paranoia does nothing when you run up an inch away from his face. That's going to be 7-6. They didn't expect such a close hold. Oxygen, they win the pistol, and I said it was going to be important for them if they were going to lose out and lose the half 8-4. Instead, now they're closing in the gap. The question is there going to be an eco on the other end? And based on what we've seen so far, the Turkish teams don't
expecting
eco round
a
2s.
Tico.
But hold on.
Checking the
What?
situation.
What am I seeing?
What? It's the caster curse.
You know, it makes sense on a map like Haven. It's so open, it's so long range. You don't have nearly the same opportunity as on maps like Split, Ascent, and Icebox even that we've seen before, where you can isolate some of those fights. But still, you know, fair play. You're making the call.
Oh. Okay. A little hero play there from Magu. Gets dealt with quickly by Zista, which is he's having one hell of a game once again.
Come into close to the final minute of the round, and again, I expect nothing really from Futbolist in terms of aggression. In a round like this, it's about slow and steady winning the race. You hope that your opponents make a mistake and push down, give you some aggressive angles, but they're happy with just this little risk on middle. Mitez in trouble, but the spam's coming through to protect him, and they know it. Well, Mitez actually swings 50 HP, and he just goes out wide for that kill. All right, buddy. That's worked. 7-7, and they get to play a full bonus now coming into the next round.
And we're actually going to have a tactical timeout by Futbolists this time. So they probably want to try to figure out a solution to stop this, because, I mean, they looked really strong in the first, in the start of this map, but we're suddenly at 7-7. And not just that, but Oxygen on a very confident bonus round here. Like, they all have their weapons from I don't think they lost anyone, did they?
No, they didn't. They survived all 5.
Yeah, so this is an extremely good position to be in economically, but Futbolists, they do have 4 Vandals and a Phantom on the board. They do, however, have... So this is one thing that gets a bit scary, right? They have two players bought Light Shields to be able to afford all their utility. Now, having Light Shield when playing against a Spectre is a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
Because that extra 25 HP can save you so much against a Spectre.
I do wonder, you know, especially, prioritizing so heavily, would you be better off just going with a weaker weapon alongside your buddies? But I guess Futbolists don't want to take that risk. Instead, they'll risk their health. And Will Cracks has already received a little bit of damage from putting him on light shields as well, effectively.
Yeah. I mean, if Futbolists lose this round, they are not in a good position.
Look who's being tagged. He just got hit up by that Marshall. So we've had Shock Dart and Marshall damage right off the bat. This is a really good start.
And Sage just used her heal as well.
Yeah.
So there's no way of healing up Magoo for a while.
It's going to be another 15-20 seconds before they can do that. The clock becoming a little bit of an enemy, but it's not the biggest of deals. It doesn't mean that for now, at least you're not going to have Jet entering. At 10 seconds left on that heal as they look to push up through B, and Zistao, he has the angle, he has a cage, he has tripwire down. This could be really good for him if they push in, and they're looking to wall. Oh, it's the left side actually that they wall, taking his utility out of play. Good damage done. But it's
Seconds left.
not going to matter much if they wait too long.
No, it doesn't.
Blasting it.
B side is pretty famous for hard to attack, hard to retake. Mites though runs down Sasuke already, but Magoo quick on the refrag, but 3 more kills going Oxygen's way, and suddenly Marge is left in a 2 versus 1.
They even have a wall. They can just block him off here as he goes for the spam. He has to break 2 portions of wall. It's already halfway done. It's going the full way, but Marge,
No
he gets
way!
it done. The clutch in the 1v2, mere seconds away from disaster, but Futbolists win their full buy. The problem, as we'll always highlight though, is that was an eco. That was a bonus round rather from Oxygen. Not one you want to be losing or coming close to losing.
Yeah, they lost 4 players against the bonus round, and they emptied their bank. So once again, we're gonna see light shields. We're seeing a few Spectres, and they have no. Wait, they.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, they've already placed it out. Okay, so it's not terrible, but here's another thing. When you're playing against Phantoms, you don't want to have light shields because you can get one-shot headshot anyway. Because it does 140 headshot past, is it 15 meters? I think.
Yeah, 140 after. It's only one shot within 15.
Yeah, 140 after 15, and then 125 or something after 30.
Shock darts coming in. Futbolist taking it nice and slow, man. They're not looking to pedal to the metal just yet, and I don't blame them considering the force that Oxygen are showing up with. We're coming into 55 seconds, and decisions need to be made. Looks like the C side is going to be where they aim. Garage already under threat. A couple of players waiting outside. Magoo's just kind of open space or attempt to. An attempt is exactly what he does because he's shut down right away. Futbolists, they're starting to second guess their game plan. They're rotating over to A where they've just lost a player, maybe thinking that now, after delaying so long and losing one there with no further aggression, that there'll be heavy rotates towards the other side of the map, but there's not. Toronto holding down long, still as a teammate on short. The dash out is clean, and they have one quick to rotate in the form of Sova. This is not ideal at all, and another one for Toronto. Glove just swings out and catches them off guard, and Maj again left in his position. Poor old Cypher. When you lose these rounds, he's just screwed. I'm flanking. Oh, never mind, they're watching me because they've killed you all.
Yeah, and they didn't lose a single player this round, so economically this is huge for them.
Not
This is probably...
so. Here's the thing, right? Oxygen have put themselves in a position now where they've won the first map that it looked pretty good for Futbolists to win. This map here looked even stronger, and now it's tied up. I don't think Futbolists have been challenged like this before, man. You go back to Masters first, right? It doesn't matter. This is a strong team that dominates their region. Sure, games come close, but they might get 2-0'd out of this.
I don't think anyone... Oh, Toronto already with a quick one. However, this is an eco. We're not really expecting too much damage done here. Tries to gets the orb. Mites is up in the middle. Should get both here. Nicely done.
That's such a shame.
Yeah.
Magoo popped his ult as soon as he got it as well, so he's just like left here, having kind of wasted it.
Oh no.
Unless you can make a huge play. It's the only thing.
Yeah. Are you talking about Korean Jet movies?
Well, you never know. You never know. He has the dash to go in. He spots a player. There we go. The first, the dash is out of the way, but into Mites' crosshair. Cracks left alive to do a whole lot. He can't get a single thing done. Oxygen have retaken the lead now, 9-8, coming into Futbolists full buy.
You have to start getting scared now.
Oh, there's not a single Futbolists fan out there who's feeling comfortable.
We do have a technical pause here from Futbolists. Not quite sure what's happening, but hopefully it will be sorted pretty quickly.
Someone's broken their keyboard. No, these
was it Pants in Hypuck? There was always like, it's so typical that every time it's a close match and the team is down by 1 point, They always like their mouse stops working.
No, our team speak, our server's gone. No, but they did still have some tactical timeouts. But I will say, this technical is going to help them out in one way, that they can go take a little walk while someone's fixing their mouse. You know, take a breather, which is definitely going to be necessary at this point. We're going to be going back into the game in a second. Looks like the tech pause is over, and it was a very quick one. I'm getting worried, though. I really am. And I think if you're a Futbolist fan, you're not going to be feeling comfortable right now. You're not going to be feeling safe that, you know, oh, it's the best team in the region. Well, Oxygen, they overthrew the second best, and they're coming for the crown.
They are indeed the Kingslayers. This would be the redemption story.
Hey, it'd be beautiful. Yeah, they fought for so long, and to finally, maybe beating BBL was exactly what they needed, right? Maybe that was the one barrier that stopped them from reaching their true potential. They hit that for the first time in 6 months, and all of a sudden, they're gods. Oh, Thunder's Fury is good. There's a tag and not kill. Trying to pursue him, but he gets out. Okay, Turco can heal himself, but they've lost the sight.
Oh,
Toronto. Oh, how does that shot not hit?
Did he just like hit his shoulder blade, or?
No, I think he might have walked as he shot. I think that might have been the issue, that he just moved a little too early, so it went up in the air. Oh, that's not nice. Yeah, the chances for Oxygen is starting to diminish. They've got to make a move pretty quickly here to pull back in, or it's going to be save time. And Turco, that might just be the kill that they needed. The res comes in because of it. We've got the space now on the back side, though. I've never seen a post plant like this. They're all grouped up. This is nasty, but it might actually cause them a little bit of harm. It's all down to Sturban, who can't get it done. Futbolist, they lose this round. There's plenty of time for the defuse. It's 10-8. Oh, what a disaster.
Once again, we see how beneficial it is when suddenly you get one frag on stage, you get that res up, and suddenly you're back in an advantageous position. They played, interestingly enough, 3 players backside here.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
No, I think it was Heretics who were the first ones to do that wall, wasn't it?
The wall, yeah, and having players backside, yeah, but not a single player long when it's planted like that, when you have time for post plants. I don't know about that. That was weird. Especially because you still had one player facing spawn. It just seems so bad. You know? It's like if he goes long, then that's a great setup. But when he faces spawn, you just sacrifice him.
That's questionable. Oh. They're just rushing the cage at this point. Trying to really change up the pace here. Maybe force some aggression. Of course, they don't have much money to work with here. Sturban, though.
What? How has he gotten away with that? That's Toronto down. That's an operator to be retrieved. The seaside is theirs. They're even going to get the op on the way through, and it's going to go to Magoo.
Oh,
I
no.
know exactly where you are.
If they win this round, it's going to be the story of every team winning the round they're not supposed to win.
Yeah, 100%. Man, I'm telling you, you want to sum this one up on the desk? Ticos. All about those Ticos. God, that was ridiculous. What a TP in, and now they've got a post plant with a man advantage. Sure, weaker weapons, but it's hard to push in here and take a fight that the Futbolists haven't chosen to take. They can take whatever. Oh, oopsie daisies. There's the op spotted. Recon to backside. This should push him out of position a little. Oh, it's bouncing all around the place. It buys them a bit of time, but they don't do anything with that control and Oxygen. And they're not going to save. Not at this point, but they've lost one. The spray's through, not dealing too much until they do. Okay, Mitez, he's got a 1v3. And unfortunately, no bullets to get it done. Thrifty round. That one is just being pulled out of absolutely nowhere.
It started with the Omen ult. It started with... So, first, because of them pushing aggressively towards A, the Omen ult comes in on C, and because that they were pretty certain that C was clear, Toronto decided to push C long. But that's also exactly why nobody saw where the Omen ult came. And then it was also really unfortunate that when he dashed, he hit the wall. So he still got taken out, even though he got dinked first and had 5 HP
It's the
left.
timing.
It's just a lot of things.
Like, the thing is, he could have looked back at C and probably would have normally, but because he hadn't cleared long yet, he was like just coming around the corner, you know, as the ult comes in. So he clears it and then gets shot in the head instantly by a sheriff. So panic mode sets in. He just dashes right into a wall.
I'd say it's still questionable to push C long with an operator against an eco.
I would agree. I think the thing is, though, when you're playing Jet, when you've got that dash, you just feel like you're invincible, right? You go for those kills, dash out. And we saw it just the previous round or round before where he did that. He pushed down, he got the kill and went straight back through a smoke and he was safe on site. And it backfired majorly that time.
Sistao though. They're playing very heavily on the B side compared to a lot of other teams that I've seen. Oh, what a beautiful shot! He actually hits one more too. Cracks is down, but heals himself back up.
Oh no. They look for control somewhere else, run right into Toronto, and it looks like the rest of the team wants to deal with this operator because they're on their way through long, but Toronto's ready for that. I hope they've got something to deal with him here. Recon goes to back sight. He's going to smoke it off, but not in time. Goes out. Dash not serving his purpose here. Oh! There's a player close right. Glove able to get one, but hold on. The Sistos just jumped out of heaven. What is this guy? What's he doing? He's dying. That's what he's doing. The time is so low. 10 seconds left. Cracks has to make a move quickly. He's got Spike in his hand, but the double peak is too strong. Oxygen 11-9. When I saw the dash, obviously they don't get the kill with it, but the dash gets him out. Okay, cool. There's a player close. Glove gets one, traded out. All right, it all makes sense, right? That's a good push. But then Zisto jumping out of heaven. All right.
I guess it like he has that cage. It kind of covers him, so he decided to jump from the omen through the omen smoke, and yeah, basically just trust his cage.
Yeah, and play the time as well, right?
He trusts his utility. Yeah, exactly.
If he jumps out and takes down the bomb at that point, the spike, they're in a really good spot to close the round, depending on the position. So I get it. It completely caught me off guard.
Futbolists, they'll put everything. They empty the bank here. A Guardian and a Light Shield, a Bulldog, 3 Vandals, probably not full utility either. I do have the Solar Ray to work with though.
Oh, spotted below.
So we say that. Oh!
It's free. It's free as can be, really, when you get those tags in. Glove, Zistow, able to return. Futbolists, they're on the back foot yet again. They've lost another. Oh man, they've invested so heavily, as you said. They put everything on the table. But now, the 2-man disadvantage, someone needs to make a play, and Cracks hoped that it would be him. Hasn't been quite spotted on top of the wall, and he's going to play nice and passive. Hopefully let them push forward and start to break the wall, then he can peek out. They'll expect it. They're taking their time. Oxygen do not want to make a mistake at this point. This is their opportunity to put themselves on map and series point. Maj gets the first 1v1. They offer another, but it's not to be. Cracks caught falling off the wall. It's 12 rounds for Oxygen. They are on map and series point up against the kings of their region. They've only just beaten BBL and managed to prove that they're a team worthy of progressing further, of fighting, of having a chance to challenge the top. But now, a challenge? It might just 2-0 them.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, honestly, but yeah. They're playing really well, though. Oxygen really playing to their strengths here. They've gotten, even though Toronto isn't near the top on the scoreboard, like we mentioned earlier with the operator picks, he's gotten a lot of important picks in the previous round. And speaking of scrappy buys, once again, oh!
Wow, that's one start. Tag coming in on the Glove and followed up. You got more damage done. Toronto stuck in the corner. Shot lands, but he's taken out. Good trade immediately by Magoo. Does he want the operator? It's there if he wants it. He can pick it up in the 3v3. It could be the thing that makes the difference, and indeed, he's gone for it. The ult coming in, the res on site, it's safe as can be. Okay, Oxygen, you're on the back foot now. How do you play from here? Post-plant man disadvantage. Zistow, he loves pushing out of heaven. He loves dropping on them, and he's going to look to do it again. Time being delayed on, and he gets spotted. Oh, that puts a wrench in the works at this point for Oxygen. That's that one of your shock darts?
What?
He's doubled up on it. Oh no! Oxygen, they're coming out ahead. Sturban might be the hero, but no, it's Sasuke. 12-10. A double from Sturban keeps them alive. If he goes down, that round is surely done for. But they take it 12-10. Futbolists aren't giving up yet.
Yeah, I was about to talk about those shock darts being a deciding factor. Oh, thank God we get to see them again.
You taking notes there, Jonas? You taking notes?
Yeah. I actually don't have that lineup.
I'm surprised. I thought that would have been the first one you put.
Okay. Okay, so we have a slightly more scrappy buy from Oxygen here. Still on match point. They have advanced Tico, you could say.
It's Tico.
Tico plus. Oh!
All right, dude. All right. Someone checks this out PC.
You know what?
He's insane, but not normally. Dude's nuts. Oh, well, that's going to be taken out.
Is he
inside
he's sticking the
What?
TP?
The risk of that is absolutely nuts. They know he's here as well because he's just popped out of paranoia. Toronto's got another. This is a low buy for Oxygen. Surely not one that they actually win. And Now's got 3. Sasuke, the last man standing. He's going to take down 3 Oxygen players just to buy them a chance at winning this map and taking it to a 3rd. Oh, this is so dangerous. The spike in his hand, safe to plant for long. The wall being destroyed, not offering him a way out of here. This has to be huge. And Oxygen, oh, they've got to be feeling it now. Still a rifle to play with in the hands of Toronto, retrieved from a corpse. But no, that's not going to close it. Instead, it's Glove. 13-10. Oxygen have taken down Futbolist. They've knocked them out, Jonas. This is unbelievable. Nobody would have expected them to win this series, let alone 2-0. The previous champions, the kings of their region. Oh my God, what a game.
I can't believe it. Also, I love that their celebrations are like, yay.
Hey, we did it, guys. We did it.
I would be like, we got him, guys, yes. And it's like,
Yeah, I was expecting some jumping, something being flipped, but now it's like, good job, guys. Yeah, fist bump here. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Who are we playing next?
Wow.
It's like, God,
Yeah.
that was insane.
wow. Yeah. I mean, as much as this is an upset, I think Oxygen played a lot better than what they have in the past.
Definitely.
And these sheriff one taps, man. I mean, because it's like one of those where you're like, oh yeah, but they keep wasting their economy on buying these sheriffs. And like 2 rounds later, he's like, excuse me, I just like earned $900 with an $800 weapon.
You know, I'm going to say something here. I'm going to have to bring up the player of the match, right? Oxygen won, so we got to bring him up. There's 3 options. Now, if you look at these 3 options and you think there's actually 3 options, you didn't just watch this game. Zistow is the player of the match. I don't care what anyone tells me, but we'll have to wait because you guys can vote for it over on @ValEsports_EU on Twitter. There is Zistow, Toronto, and Mitez are your players of the match. Vote for the one that you think deserves to win it. It is Zistow. Come on, it's Zistow. I'm not coaching the audience. This is not a led question. It's Zistow. It's a fact. He played so unbelievably in that last round as well with the sheriff. Oh my God, it hammered it home.
Yeah, it pretty much did. And of course, our opinions are not biased at all, and it's a completely democratical thing. But
yeah, whoever you think is player of the match, you vote for them. And if it's not Zistow, please go to a different Twitter. Don't go to the @ValEsports_EU. Go somewhere else and tell other people. Zistow deserves it. He was insane. Let's bring back Sue and hear what she thinks about Zistow, his unreal game, and Oxygen. I mean, this is a big story. This is a big win for a team that came into my expectations as the top 3 within their region, and they've just completely upset that narrative.